Honestly, it is unbelievable that we in 1972, just being up here and seeing how difficult this is and how hard the team is working. We do have a little bit of echo on your call. We'll try to turn it down when we're answering, but this is a magnificent accomplishment to be up here, to see the moon, to see the Earth, and to know that we are between those two celestial bodies, and you can see it when you look out the window. The Earth is almost in full eclipse, the moon is almost in full daylight, and the only way you could get that view is to be halfway between the two entities. It is truly awe-inspiring up here.
The images you guys have sent back are absolutely spectacular, and when you look at the moon that you're headed for and that gets closer and closer, what are your thoughts?
Well, last night we did have our first view of the moon far side, and it was just absolutely spectacular. I think that one of the interesting things that happens when you look at a moon that inherently just looks different is like the darker parts just aren't quite in the right place, and something about you senses that is not the moon that I'm used to seeing. And sure enough, we got out our lunar targeting information, and we matched up, and we're like, yeah, that is the dark side. That is something we have never seen before. We must be, no kidding, like Reed said, somewhere between the Earth and the moon, getting a view from a different place and putting up something that has meant so much to so many cultures, scientifically, spiritually, culturally, for so long, seeing it in a different way, and just pairing that with how much we miss and love our families and knowing that they're looking up and seeing the same moon. It's a pretty amazing feeling.
And when you look back at Earth, you've sent these breathtaking images, and it's Easter weekend, of course. What are your emotions as you look back at Mother Earth?
Well, before I list off a couple emotions, there's been a lot of disbelief up here. Just the fact that what we're seeing, where we are, it's hard to wrap your mind around. Like, I mean that sincerely. It really bends your mind. And the emotions that come along with that, there's a lot of happiness. Just to have experienced these unique things just brings you joy as a human. We're explorers at heart as human beings, and we really feel like we're exploring out here, and it brings a lot of excitement. And then, you know, right away you are humbled. The fact that 4 of us get to be out here just brings you to your knees. The thought that we get this experience, we're doing our best to show it with the camera, but you can't do it. I know those photos are amazing, but let me assure you, it is another level of amazing up here. And there's a lot of gratitude for the teams of people that made this possible. And then the final emotion is hope for humanity's future, that we can do this right now means we could do so much more.
You guys are a long way from home. You may not realize you've become superstars, rock stars, while you've been gone. And I'm wondering, you've been able to talk to your families. How are they doing with you so far from home?
Well, just from I overheard from some of the conferences and then what I enjoyed watching with my family, I think there's a lot going on. It's been interesting to hear what they have witnessed on the news and in social media, but also their launch experience. I got to hear the first story that they saw, what they felt and what they were thinking, and then what they wanted to know from me. And so the family conferences were great. It was so awesome to hear people talking to their families and then to speak with my family. And there's a lot, and I'm actually still processing. Mine was just about an hour ago, and I have a lot to go write down in my journal.
And I just want to tag on. I had my family conference right before Victor, so we had ours today. Christina and Jeremy had theirs yesterday, and I was just so jealous of them yesterday. I was so happy for them, but also jealous. And then this morning when my 2 daughters came on, and it was just the 3 of us talking, it was surreal. Just, we're up here, we're so far away, and for a moment I was reunited with my little family, and it was just the greatest moment of my entire life.
I'm just curious, you guys, you have all been dreaming of this moment for so long. Can you sleep in space when you are finally at this moment that you've been so excited about and working for so long?
Well, we do love sleeping up here, and such a long initial day that I think our bodies are ready to sleep no matter what. Most of us have been sleeping really well. For me, sleeping in space is one of the most comfortable ways to sleep, and it's very deep sleep, very sleep. Sometimes when you first get up here, you have a little bit of a sensation that something's wrong. As soon as you wake up, maybe you're falling or you don't recognize your surroundings, but it's great. I mean, honestly, being human up here is one of the coolest things about this mission. We are just people trying to get by. And for example, we might go look at the far side of the moon and take in its awesomeness and then go, maybe I should change my socks and try to dig around for a pair of socks. So this is the dichotomy of human spaceflight.
How will you describe this moment to your families, your grandkids, many years from now?
You kind of left me speechless with that. I think, you know, it is weird when you're the four humans doing this. We're not doing this for reasons. Jeremy's answer was great. Like, if we can unite the world, that's awesome. But we're just the lucky four that got to be on this mission. We were in the right place at the right time with our international team, and we're up here doing this. I don't think any of us have really thought about legacy or any of that sort of thing. I do think it would be really neat someday if I can sit around with my grandkids, or maybe Ike's grandkids, or Christina's, or Jeremy's, or, you know, somebody somewhere, and tell stories of these times up here, because some of them are going to be unbelievable. There's beauty, but there's human elements too, and I just think it'd be fun to share in this human adventure. The key part of human exploration is the human, and coming back and sharing the story, and we're going to try our hardest with every single person on planet Earth.
So listen, Al Roker is awfully upset that he couldn't be here. Any messages to Al Roker and the Today Show family? They are watching every moment of this.
I have to be honest, I'm a little sad Al's not doing this interview too. It's great to talk to you, Tom, but I mean, Al, you know, we had so much fun running around KSC with him, and so I hope he watched the launch, and we look forward to talking to him when we get back. Love you, Al.
Yeah. He was with me the whole time. You all look great. We're wishing you a great trip, and we want to see great photographs from the far side of the moon. Thank you, Integrity.
Thank you, Tom. It was great to be with you.